Hi and welcome to the Market Alert for Wednesday the 31st of July 2024. So bonds and bullion bid, crude, crypto and mega cap skid ahead of the Fed and Bank of Japan. We've got stocks and bonds chop to data and geopolitics ahead of the key events. US stocks were mixed as markets reflected on data and geopolitics ahead of major risk events, FOMC tonight and non-farm payrolls on Friday. Economic news today, well, we've just mentioned it really, but we have got a few others in between this. We've got core flash CPI, we've got the ADP numbers at 115, precursor to the non-farm payrolls, but the main ones today are going to be the federal rate, which is set to remain unchanged, and then we've got a statement and then a press conference. So 7:30 you'll see some volatility in the markets there if you trade in the evenings on the Dow or any of the other US markets. So let's have a look at this in a bit more detail and kick off with the Dow. So yesterday we can see that the Dow still above the 5-bar moving average, trying to move higher overnight. A lot of volume for yesterday as well. Market still moving to the upside with as far as the momentum is concerned. We need to take out the high of yesterday in order to keep moving higher. We will certainly have the news with which to do this today if it so desires. And then the all-time high there sitting at 41,415. 30-minute chart for yesterday, as it said in the headlines, choppy. There's no understatement there. That's wild. I don't know about choppy. And the market, you can see there up and down. But overnight, a bit more calmness there, as you'd expect on the electronic market. Prices above the DP and the close there are starting to make its move. So it seems like it's once the cash market opens at the moment with both the S&P and the Dow, the prices start to get interesting, to say the least, and volatile. In the German DAX, still stuck in this sideways range, very choppy there, very messy. A lot of volume down here though. And also note that we've got a bit of a problem with the momentum. It's switched there with the blue line crossing below the red. But sideways nonetheless. School holidays in Europe and also time of the year, and also waiting for economic news. 30-minute chart for yesterday, moving to the upside, but very choppy in each of these 30-minute bars, apart from in the mid-morning there. And then afternoon you can see the market's down. There's some geopolitical news. Overnight though, the market above the close and starting to move as I'm recording the alert as well, which is just after about 5:30ish or somewhere around there. In the S&P 500 and sideways there in the daily charts, which you can see finding support and momentum starting to move back to the upside. The all-time high remains on the chart there at 5670. 30-minute charts a lot less choppy, more directional there as the market sold off yesterday afternoon. A lot of volume, market became oversold, then we retested overnight, late into the session just after the close. Market then moving higher overnight above the DP and the close there. In the FT 100, prices still trying to break out of this sideways move that we've seen here, and still sort of trapped in this, and certainly when it tried the other day it was met with some resistance. But also yesterday is a bit of supply in the market there as well. 30-minute charts, we were down at the open, so the market found support at the S1, then came back and then pulled back and then followed suit. But all of these markets all showing the spike down just after the close last night, which to be honest with you, I don't know what that is, but obviously something. I think that's where it's referring to the geopolitics in the headlines there, so something must have been announced, probably the Middle East, but I haven't seen it, didn't go looking for it either. Let's have a look at the US dollar. US dollar sideways to lower there at the moment. You can see this treading water ahead of the FOMC meeting minutes. This has allowed the metals to move higher, so let's have a look at those. And there you can see that we've got some volume there that's way above the average for the last few days, and prices managing just to start to move higher. They're being allowed to, seriously oversold, and now starting to make its way back for silver. Yesterday market was really quiet, spike down on the London fix, and the news, and then move the market higher. It's still higher overnight. Let's see if it can remain above the high, which is 28.40, starting to make back some of those losses from last week. Same with the gold price as well. They're starting to move back up as well. A lot of volume there, oversold. And in the 30-minute chart yesterday, nowhere near the spike down that we saw with silver when London had its fix, but overnight again above the high and the close of yesterday already, which you can see there. But then so is silver as well. In the gold-silver ratio, a bit of reprieve for this. So you're seeing the silver price move higher faster than gold, which is why you're seeing a couple of bars down there for the gold-silver ratio. And in the Singapore and London fix, you can see that we're at more or less 28 there and 32, so around $3 whatever difference there, 15 cents or something. But you can see there's still that difference there between the physical and the derivatives. So a quick look at yesterday's trades for the German DAX. So yesterday morning the market quite volatile before the open, trading down to the low in the 200 MA where the market found support. Prices then moving back to the upside as soon as the cash market opened, then becoming sideways to lower, trying to stay back above the close and managing to do so, trading up towards the DP and the psychological level there as prices found resistance and then moved back. We had a potential buy signal which failed as the market didn't want to move higher at this point, so a loss there as the short side was filled. Market then moving down and trailing the stop down in this one as the market approached this area to the left, started to look at this one and thinking, well, we could find support here, and that's precisely what happened as prices then traded sideways and started to move back to the upside. No surprise that they did find support, because that's where this last move took place and prices moved higher. So once again, prices rebound. It's that sideways choppiness indicative of this time of the year. Prices then trading is in a range again and then breaking through the high in the DP before being pushed to the downside once more, and then trading sideways ahead of those economic news items at 1:30. So we get these out of the way, prices moving higher in anticipation. And then once we open with the cash market in the US, we trade to the upside. We hold the trade for as long as we can, and as prices come back, take out the trade. And then we've got the Jolts job openings, which is a volatile one, which is why it's pink. We do get a potential sell signal, which is not filled, but we do get a buy signal. If you had traded this during the volatility and the news, then you can see this was stopped out, which is why they're on the chart to alert you to an economic news item or pending one if you do get a trade signal there. Prices then sideways to lower. We had a sell signal there, but we've got a problem here. The market's already trading sideways, and we've come off the 50 EMA several times there. And once again, on this occasion, we actually break through, and profits were taken, not as much as it could have been, but you'll see there coming back through as prices found some support. Again, no problem when you look to the left where the EMA was before, and the three green bars there as well inside of the red. And one more long which failed. Prices started to get sideways and then decided to move lower as it headed into the German DAX close, but then coming back above the DP and the 200 MA there, so a bit of a shakeout going on there. So this was yesterday's trades ahead of the FOMC meeting minutes later today. And overnight, let's have a quick look. The market breaking out at the moment, coming off the close. As you can see, there's been quite a bit of a support area for this market overnight there. Once it got above the close, it's managed to stay there quite nicely. Also the 200 MA as well, support for these prices. Let's just squeeze the chart up, see where we are in the bigger picture. We're not far off the high, which you can see there. and the R1 just above. So above all the averages there as well, which is important for prices to be able to move to the upside. So there we go. Let's see what happens during today as we head into those FOMC numbers. It can be fairly quiet, but we have got other news from Europe during the morning for the certainly for the morning session, but we'll just have to wait and see. It'll probably go quiet this afternoon, so be warned. Right, that's it for this one. Have a great day, and as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next.